Today we're going to be looking at 3 to 4 different trade reviews from traders in the Moneyball trading program. They all trade the supply and demand trading strategy, so I'm going to bring you through their top-down analysis and I'm going to provide my feedback, the good, the bad, the ugly, on what I like about the trades and what I don't like, and hopefully you guys will learn a lot from this. I've been doing this for over 8 years, so I've seen what works, I know what doesn't, and I'm here to provide my feedback. This is something that we do every Wednesday. We look at everybody's trades in the program and I share my feedback. So let's get into it. By the way, it is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. I know it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. I know it's crazy. The deals are going absolutely berserk, as you might see. So we'll talk more about it at the end, but 40% off for the Moneyball trading program. It's a fantastic time to get access to the full course, ebook, coaching calls, one-on-one trainings. We'll talk more about that at the end. So if you guys were interested in joining, this is the best time over the weekend. All right, so I'd love to work with you guys. Let's look at a couple trade reviews. This is a video that I actually made a couple of weeks ago talking about the one time frame setup, and I get a lot of people messaging me saying it's a great setup when you're trading with the trend, and that's what you want to do. So the S&P, as we know, if we go to the daily time frame, this is what it's been like over the last couple days, like the last 3-4 weeks. It's been in a massive uptrend, and so we've been extremely bullish when it comes to day trade scalps. And so what this trader was doing was, this was his 15-minute time frame. It was in a heavy uptrend, and so him going into this trade, he was thinking, I want to be looking for buying opportunities because the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, everything's in an uptrend. So I want to be looking for buying opportunities on a smaller time frame. So then he went down to the 1-minute time frame and he spotted this very nice trading opportunity. I really liked it. He goes down to his 1-minute time frame and he noticed this really good quality drop-based rally demand zone down here. These are always the patterns I recommend. I don't actually really have any good trading results when it comes to trading at continuation patterns when it comes to my entry time frame. I'll use it for a higher time frame, but I am not entering my trades when it comes to like a continuation pattern on my entry time frame. I always look for the drop-based rallies or rally-based drops because they work so much better. And this is from tons of traders coming back to me saying they get way better results trading at these type of zones. So this was the zone that he was trading at. It has the standard, here we go, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We have a strong rally to the upside that removes this opposing pivot point zone, which is right here, and breaks that momentum and has a very quality strength move to the upside. That's something I like. This was on my watch list to buy this as a pullback, but unfortunately, as you can see, prices never actually came back. It came close, but it never came back. It just continued to take off. So by this time, it took too much time to take this for prices to pull back into my zone. So this is not a zone or a trade that I want to get into. Now, personally, this trader didn't mind, but he took this trade on the pullback over here, got filled, and then I believe he was getting out of his position, I think right around here, which is really nice. I think this is a great area to at least look to manage your position, because this is a very strong quality drop-based drop opposing zone that, if you kind of think about it, this opposing zone removed this whole area, and this is kind of the origin of where this massive move to the downside came from. So I agree. This is where I would at least look to take profit or at least manage my position, either moving my stop to break even or to get out completely at this point, or maybe take a half a position, take profit. So that's how I would have taken the trade, and that's how he did. Now, the one problem I have with this is something I get asked sometimes, is how much time is too much time? Well, it really depends on the time frame sequence that you're looking at. And to me, this zone, bottom left, was created at 7:20 in the morning. And we didn't get a pullback until 11:40. So that's like a solid 4 hours it took price to actually come back into that zone for a 1-minute time frame. To me, that's a little bit too much time for me to thinking that this is going to be a zone that holds. It's a good quality imbalance to the upside. It removed an opposing zone. It broke momentum line. We're buying in an uptrend. Everything about this I really like. But the fact that it's taken this much time for prices to return, it's not something I would personally recommend, nor would I get into this myself because of that. But if prices, for say, instead of basing out here and continue to go higher, if prices continue to drop, I would have loved to be in a trade setup like that. So that's one of the big things that I don't like about this trade. Congratulations to him, but that would be my one comment to him, whether it was a winner or a loser. Besides that, the quality of it is extremely good. Okay, let's have another look. Jam Laveau, we could talk more about him later. This was a trade from Fernando. This is not something that I liked, but it's good to see him. He took this, it was on my watch list, and he took the same setup, which is really good. But I decided not to trade it because I don't like trading the first 5 minutes of the US session because that's when typically the most liquidity and most volatility is coming into the market. So I personally like to sit on the sidelines and wait for that to cool down a bit before I start entering positions. I sit on the sidelines for the first 3 to 5 minutes, wait for these zones to be created, and then I start getting into my trades. So this was a zone setup that was created at before the open, 1 hour before the US session. News typically comes out, higher impact news 1 hour before. And this drop based rally demand zone was created during that time. So it's a zone that you always see me talking about. Lower low, lower high. We break the momentum, we remove the opposing pivot point zone, and we have a quality zone being created. Okay, so we remove this opposing zone, we remove this opposing zone, we broke the downward momentum line, okay? And we have a nice tight base down there. I 100%, it's a very good imbalance to the upside. Look at this, guys. So many people send me their trade reviews on social media, and I'm like, I don't like the imbalance. Guys, the most important rule is to have a significant imbalance. Okay, we want to be trading at these zones that have a very strong move to the upside or to the downside. It's the whole trading strategy. Okay, it's extremely important. But notice how this black, not this black, but this 5 minute candlestick, 5 minute candlestick, it came down at the open. So he got filled right here on this candlestick as it came down. That was right at the open. So that's why I was personally not invested into this trade. And then prices continued to rally up and go in his distance to his take profit. But notice how from the previous trade, guys, compared to this one, look how quick prices came back. Price created the zone, it based, and it came back. This is a 5 minute candlestick, and it came back within 30 minutes. It came back in an hour, actually, to be exact. It was created and came back in 1 hour precisely. Versus, and that's a 5 minute candlestick, versus the old one that we were looking at. This one took like 4 hours, 3.5 hours, and it's a 1 minute candlestick. So sure, it's a winner, but long term, the stats are personally, from my opinion, they're not that great. Until a lot of other people can come to me saying, no, it works really well, that's still going to remain my bias. Is it going to be the decision maker of you make money or lose money? No, probably not. But on a quality scale, you're going to have better trade setups if price comes back sooner rather than later. So once somebody in the Moneyball trading program has 30 to 40 trades, I sit down with them and I look at all their trades and I give them a sheet that I want them to review. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what his winning trades have in common versus their losing trades, right? And that helps build confidence in the trading system because they could look at it. We could just look at this guy's trade reviews, and that's why I made a video on it talking about clean arrivals versus poor arrivals. Well, there's a 15% difference between his clean arrivals versus his poor arrivals, right? Now, overall, he had very good success. He's got like a 65% win rate or something like that in his first 30 trades, going for 2-to-1 reward to risk, which is fantastic. He's only been in the program for 90 days, right? But he actually puts in the work and shows up and trades, documents his trades, journals, reaches out for me for help, right? Everything is laid out for these traders to actually become consistently profitable. And that's the goal, is to create consistently profitable traders in 90 days. And so I work with every individual trader who actually reaches out and uses what's available to them. For this weekend, guys, it is going to be the 40% off for Black Friday special for anybody looking to join the Moneyball trading program. You will have access to the full program, as in the course videos, the whole ebook, all right? The 2x weekly coaching calls that you guys see us having twice a week, Sunday, the weekly prep, Wednesday, going over everybody's trades, the good, the bad, the ugly, answering people's questions in those calls. At the end of 30 or 40 trades, I sit down with all the traders, with that trader, and I look at all their trades and I spot what they're doing well versus what they're not doing well. And we try to figure out a good quality trade setup, right? And then obviously every day we're talking in the Discord. I'm posting my watch list. I sit in the Discord voice chat. So if like, hey, let me join the voice chat, let me talk to them about trading. It's a very hands-on learning environment. After each lesson, you have to hand in a quiz and a homework that is marked by myself. That lets me know that you actually understand each lesson of what is talked about during that lesson. You're not just treated like another number when you join somebody else's program. You're one of 10,000 people. No, I like to work closely with each individual trader, and I want them to feel like they can come to me and ask questions anytime that they might be struggling with anything. The whole goal here is to create consistently profitable traders. And if you guys are looking to join this and you guys want to be surrounded around a like-minded community, I would strongly recommend that you guys check out joining moneyballtrading.com. I would love to have you guys part of the team where you're going to get access to the full program, the ebook, the course videos, the coaching calls, the one-on-one training. Everything is laid out perfectly to help build consistently profitable traders. I'll see you guys later, and I look forward to working with you guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.